Fascism and totalitarian states create a permanent state of exception, where rights can be suspended indefinitely. This creates a permanent state of suspicion, where simply existing in certain spaces or expressing dissent or having certain opinions makes you a potential target. And finally, in fascist systems, the truth doesn't matter. What matters is the state's ability to manufacture guilt. I plan to do another full video on security culture for my Direct Action 101 series, but I just kind of want to talk through some of the levels of how we can look at security culture. Watching each other's backs, on and offline. Are we sharing information about our friends or other people online that we don't want the state to know? Are we checking in with people when they leave our social gatherings, when they leave going out? Are we making sure people make it home? Do we have our location set for our friends? How are we checking in with each other? Using encrypted messaging apps and other systems like Signal. Signal isn't a one-stop kind of encryption messaging software, but it is one of the basic entryways for people to have an app on their phone that allows you to set disappearing messages, that allows you to have end-to-end encryption, that allows you to verify all sorts of conversations and other people that you're chatting to. And there are systems of etiquette that help people use Signal effectively, although it shouldn't be the only encrypted form of communication that you have in your disposal. If you are meeting to talk about things that are about organizing or future actions, whether they're legal or not so legal, create safe meeting places. Decide a secure location, maybe agree to have a no phones meeting, make sure that wherever you're taking notes isn't able to be found by whoever the wants to find it, and maybe take notes in a way that you can get rid of those notes later on. Using burner phones and anonymous email accounts. This can be really key and vital, especially for folks that are worried about the way that the border security exception allows for U.S. citizens and non-U.S. citizens to be pulled aside for questioning, and based on your status, they can take your phone, go through it, and refuse you entry into the country if you are not a U.S. citizen. So a lot of folks have recommended you having a burner phone, which is a secondary phone that you buy, ideally maybe not as connected to your name, have a certain kind of action, or maybe you're traveling out of the country where you would need to have a phone where more of your information isn't accessible to the state in case they pull you aside and search you. And then also literally just training yourself to be aware of your surroundings. If you're driving around your city and you've been doing a lot of organizing, you feel like things might be a little bit hot, maybe look behind you and check on a semi-regular basis that people aren't following you. Make sure that your doors are locked. Make sure that people aren't tailing you in your car. Maybe recognize what a drone might sound like if it's flying overhead, and be aware of the different modes of surveillance that can happen against people that are identified as leaders or key community figures in a grassroots setting. Recognize and document surveillance patterns. So if you do feel like things are getting hot for your community or you or your neighborhood, document each time you feel or suspect that the state